This pavilion is the 10th pavilion in a series that started in 2000 with Zaha Hadid. An incredible, joyous embrace of the park of Kensington Gardens where the Serpentine sits through this extraordinary red. By putting something so resolutely strong into the middle of the Kensington Gardens, it really does make you think about the context in which you are.
To celebrate summer, I wanted the scarlet in the green, like a flower, something very strong. But for me, red is also very British, very Londonian, with the buses, with the telephone cabin, but also with the roses and so on. Red is a symbol of England also. So I think it's not totally out of the context.
On the one hand, Nouvel, I think, emphasizes the green through the red. There is this incredibly interesting back and forth. The green, I think, never looked greener because of the red. It's something Henri Matisse once said when he painted in 1911. He said the color red makes other colors look different, more intense, and it's definitely what's happening here.
We did the choice of the red, so it's a symphony of red, not one red, like an harmony also, but and it's a kind of disorder. Because I don't want to have a cafe terrace. It's more like a lounge, a kind of house you have in the garden, and people and the guests could come.
It's possible to gather here with your friends because it's actually possible to come here and gather and have a meeting with your friends without consuming. We are here not in the context of this permanent obligation to consume. One can just come here, and in this sense, it is like the park. You can come to the pavilion as you come to the park for free and just sit in the pavilion, look at the architecture, have a conversation. The other aspect I think is very important as well is the public dimension of it. I mean, this whole idea of it being architecture for all, and this whole idea that it gives the possibility for visitors to experience architecture one-to-one, because it's very difficult to show architecture in an exhibition because it's almost like showing musical score and not listening to the music. If you've got these architectural plans and drawings on the wall, you sort of want to listen to it, you actually want to immerse in it, you want to experience it, and that's the great thing I think about pavilions.
One of the things that we do every year is, by having a pavilion, increase the possibilities of what the public can do when they come to the Serpentine. People here can play ping pong, they can play draughts, they can play chess, they can lie in the sun lounges. It's a kind of Mediterranean experience.
I have the commission at the end of January, and 5 months later I am here, so it's crazy.
It is a miracle to me how a very small piece of lawn, relatively, houses these great works of architecture by some of the world's greatest architects of today. It is an incredibly quick project to realize something that is 6 months from invitation to completion. But the energy that everybody has to devote to it gives it a kind of momentum that perhaps other projects don't have. What's so fantastically exciting is that the 10th anniversary of the Pavilion also coincides with the 40th anniversary of the Serpentine and the 5th anniversary of the interview marathon. So you could say that it is really a major year for the Serpentine in that sense. Really, it's a time to reflect, but it's also a time to say, and how will it be different next year? Always look to the future. And it is that, of course, that is concentrating our mind at the moment. What next? And what form will that take? Who will we be working with? And how can we develop the project even further?